You have to be a competitive team to win guys in free agency. What we saw over the last 2 weeks, guys are going to teams that are good. And if they're not, they're making money that's not good. Like Cody Ceci, way too much dough. Team's not bad. I shouldn't use that as an example, but none of these teams with all this cap space.
Defenseman that they couldn't get anything else, and so they were like, "We're going to pay you."
Bad example, but my point being, just having cap space isn't enough to get guys in free agency. They want to go to winners. You're not a winner yet, so I agree. If you try to get Bowen and UFA, he's going somewhere else. I'll go to St. Louis before here. They look like a much better team right now. Of just the two,
and they have to do well. They don't have to do anything. I thought that about Miller, Andre Miller, when he was. I'm like, well. And it sounds like they were.
Yeah.
So it's obviously they've recognized it.
They need left shot young D.
Yeah. Weird.
And they have to go about business a little differently. Even with an offer sheet, the player's having to sign on.
You're paying more to come here.
You're probably having to pay more, which then ramps up that price that you're paying for picks. You got to have all your own picks to do it and all of that. I do wonder.
And you're better at this. So play this out. So you can't go get Bowen Byram.
Yeah,
you can't get him in free agency.
Okay.
You can get him in a trade.
You can go get him today and trade.
Right? Like, how do you manage these assets? Because if you go trade for him, he's still at some point going to have the right. And if you're not overpaying him, because they're still not good.
He's going to get paid like a top pair defenseman,
right?
Or he's not coming.
You know what I mean? Like, does it change anything if you trade for him? Like, and how?
So if I was trying to add Bowen Byram and I was confident he'd be a top pair guy, I'm willing to pay him that 7 to 9 if I believe that that's the outcome. I'm not quite there yet. The Flames might be. They know more than me about this stuff. They obviously have a data department. They've got all the video. They've scouted him a ton.
That's for common market, not Calgary.
No, he's not asked for a trade. You can trade for his rights. He does not have no mood protection.
I know, but you're saying between 7 and 9, if the Flames were comfortable, and we're
and if you're close to signing an offer sheet,
is 9 the number? Because it's Calgary. That's what I'm asking you, I guess. Are we if you trade for him and the trade's whatever it is, and they get Bowen Byram, and now he's here to keep him? Are you not overpaying anyway to keep him?
I think the deal is inclusive of an extension.
But why would the extension be less than what he would want to sign on an offer sheet?
It's not going to be. It's going to be whatever their close offer sheet was. That's going to be the dollar.
So the money's not going to matter no matter what you do to go get.
Well, we just said at the beginning, a first, a second, and a third is 7.02 to 9.3, I think I said.
Yeah.
So that's the range. And if that's a range you're comfortable operating in and you're close to signing an offer sheet, you have essentially agreed to terms with the player. Otherwise, you're not close to signing an offer sheet. If the player just says that's not enough money, you're not close to signing an offer sheet. You can be interested in offer sheeting a guy, but if you're trying to give him 7, he wants 9, you're not close. Dean's saying they're close, so that tells me that Byram's camp and the Flames weren't far apart on money. And then if I'm the Flames trying to get him, I'm doing anything I can to try to get Vegas's first out and keep mine, given that it's the McKenna year.
Or they weren't. They were fine with the price of acquisition for a offer sheet. It was
Byram
dollars and term where things fell apart.
Yeah.
So they maybe were not close on money. Maybe that was maybe the thing that knocked it down.
The thing that scares me the most about him is that A, I'm not quite sure what he is, which doesn't mean he can't be a good player. B, the acquisition cost is very high. And C, the salary demand is very high. He's asking for money he has not yet earned in this league. He could be a value deal, but he's not a $7 to $9 million defenseman.
He can't be a value deal because he's asking to be paid to be the guy that he expects to be.
And so that's why I find this really challenging for the Flames, because you're not going to get value on the contract. You're not going to get value on the acquisition cost. And the guy has to be better than he's ever looked in the league.
Is that the price of doing business in the city of Calgary if you're the Flames? That you do not get value deals very often.
I think it is right now.
And that's why I think they didn't do the business, because I think they're comfortable to use that first and find a really good player next year.
There's a lot of teams where you can point and say, okay, that's going to be a popular and attractive destination because of this or that. Taxes, star player, team close to winning,
success,
all of that. There's nothing here right now. And it sounds shitty to say, but there's no reason for someone to say, yeah, I like the Flames for this.
Yeah, they have to give him the money that most contenders are like, that's too rich.
Yeah. Because they're not close to winning. There is no superstar. All due respect to Wolf, maybe he is, but
There's no skating
in
stuff.
terms of a
Yeah.
position player. There's no star here. The rink, yes, the rink is coming, but there's a lot of nice rinks in the world. The tax situation
the
is whatever it is.
It's okay. It's not bad.
Yeah, unless-
It's not awesome.
It would have to be seemingly some kind of a, either you're getting a lot of money for that you can't get elsewhere, or your family's here. There's some other reason why Calgary would be attracted to you, because
Yeah, and he's got Western Canadian roots. So
it's
there's-
got to be hard right now, harder than it's ever been, and it can change in a hurry. But it's got to be as hard as ever for Craig Conroy and the Flames to call up an agent and a player who's a free agent and say, "Hey, we've got a package here. Would you like to hear what we've got to offer?"
And I think they probably, before they got circled back on Hanley, I'm sure they tried to find a better left shot option in the top four.
Well,
But
you,
you know,
said LA earlier. It's kind of, I'm like, LA's getting stuck doing it. You would think that would be a preferable place.
Yeah.
Rasmus Anderson saying, I don't mind going to LA, but I'm not signing an extension. And so they've had to go offer Cody Ceci a
and
contract.
Brian Dumoulin,
Yeah.
$9 million between the two of them. That could have been one Rasmus Anderson. You'd be so much better with one Rasmus Anderson than that third pair. Gross.
Yeah. Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.